Traded just 8 months after leading the Mavs to the finals. As for AD, who's been vocal about returning to the four. Two all-NBA players have never been traded mid-season, much less with nobody knowing about it. What most are calling the most shocking trade in NBA history. Hard to argue with that breaking news, as Luka Doncic, the reigning NBA scoring champion, he has been traded to the Lakers with 5 first-team All-NBA selections at the age of 25. Doncic was eligible for a Supermax extension this offseason, but not anymore. Well, he now gets 2 centers to play with in Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively, as the Lakers lose an elite rim protector.
Luka Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, you heard that right. The face of the Dallas Mavericks is now teaming up with LeBron James in what is being called the most shocking trade in NBA history. The Mavericks receive Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. But the deal didn't just surprise fans. Even the players involved had no idea it was coming. So what led to this unprecedented move? And what does this mean for the future of the NBA? Stay tuned, because the story only gets crazier from here. Let's break down the details of this jaw-dropping trade. Luka Doncic, the Mavericks superstar and MVP caliber player, is heading to Los Angeles to join forces with LeBron James. In return, the Dallas Mavericks acquire Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick in 2029. But that's not all. The Utah Jazz played a role too, receiving Jalen Hood-Schifino and second-round picks from both the Clippers and Mavericks. What makes this trade even more unbelievable is how it unfolded. It came out of nowhere. The deal was completed in total secrecy, with no leaks or rumors leading up to it. Not even LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Luka Doncic knew about the trade until it was finalized. Shams Charania reported that the Mavericks approached the Lakers with the offer, targeting Anthony Davis specifically.
But you report that LeBron didn't even know about it, found out about it at dinner after the Knicks game. Why was that the case, that he was not involved in this?
You see the Lakers organization and the Mavericks organization, between the head basketball operations person with the Lakers, Rob Pelinka, and the same with the Mavericks, Nico Harrison. They had these trade talks in the last few days, and they handled this, and I think it's a sign of where this Lakers organization is at. Obviously, getting JJ Redick, who's shown himself to be a great coach early in his coaching career, and allowing them to build and prepare for a potential post-LeBron James, post-Anthony Davis team. And Luka Doncic gives them the ability to do just that. For the next 10 years, they view Luka Doncic as the face of this organization. And this really sets them up post-LeBron James.
The Lakers had never even considered trading Davis until this shocking proposal landed on their desk. The reactions across the NBA were instant and intense. Social media exploded. Tyrese Halliburton joked, "Shams got hacked," while Alex Caruso echoed the sentiment, suggesting disbelief at the news. Even LeBron James shot down rumors of any friction with Anthony Davis by tweeting, "You are FKN lie." NBA analysts called it the biggest trade in NBA history, with some like Chris Mannix and Bobby Marks expressing sheer disbelief. Bobby Marks even said, "I have never seen so many team executives stunned." So why did the Mavericks make this move? Mavericks GM Nico Harrison emphasized the belief that defense wins championships.
And then as we turn the page, I think it's important to know that Jay Kidd and I, we've had a vision in the culture that we want to create since we've been here. And the players that we're bringing in, we believe exemplify that. And, we think defense wins championships. And we're bringing in one of the best two-way players in the league.
Acquiring Anthony Davis, a defensive powerhouse and all-NBA player, fits perfectly with this new strategy. But there's more to it. The Mavericks had growing concerns about Doncic's conditioning and his looming $345 million Supermax contract extension. These factors combine to make the Mavericks reconsider their future. Financially, the trade has massive implications. Luka Doncic is now ineligible for a Supermax contract due to the trade, which means losing out on $345 million over 5 years. This reshapes both teams' salary cap situations and future roster planning. For Luka, this move shifts his career trajectory, from being the face of the Mavericks to becoming LeBron's partner in LA. On the court, the chemistry and fit of these new rosters are generating huge speculation. Luka Doncic and LeBron James form a superstar duo in Los Angeles that could dominate the league for years. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis reunites with Kyrie Irving in Dallas, aligning with coach Jason Kidd and the Mavericks staff. Davis has a win-now mentality, which fits perfectly with the Mavericks' immediate goals. And the drama doesn't stop there. The upcoming matchups between the Lakers and Mavericks are set to be some of the most highly anticipated games of the season. Luka Doncic will face his former team when the Mavericks play the Lakers on February 26th in Los Angeles. The Lakers will then visit Dallas on April 10th for the rematch. These games are expected to be intense, with emotions running high on both sides. Speculation and fan theories are running wild. Many believe that Luka must have demanded the trade to play with LeBron, though reports suggest he did not request it. The Mavericks specifically targeted Anthony Davis, believing his defensive prowess was key to their championship aspirations. This decision has led to widespread debate about the Mavericks' long-term strategy and whether they gave up too much in letting go of a young superstar like Luka. This trade isn't just a blockbuster, it's being called one of the biggest in NBA history. The implications for the league's power balance are enormous. It reshapes the Western Conference, setting up a potential Lakers-Mavericks rivalry that could define the next few seasons. The sudden, unexpected nature of the trade caught everyone off guard, even insiders, and the ripple effects are being felt across the NBA. But what does this mean for the Mavericks? Anthony Davis brings a new dynamic to Dallas, reuniting with Kyrie Irving and fitting into coach Jason Kidd's vision. The Mavericks believe Davis's defensive skills will bring immediate results, but his injury history raises questions. Can Davis stay healthy enough to lead Dallas deep into the playoffs? Fans are eager to see if this bold move pays off, or if the Mavericks will regret trading away their franchise player. For the Lakers, Luka Doncic represents the future. Teaming up with LeBron James gives the Lakers a powerful duo that could dominate for years. But with LeBron nearing the end of his career, the question remains, can they win a championship before he retires? Luka's playmaking abilities and scoring prowess are undeniable, but will he be able to handle the pressure of playing in Los Angeles and living up to the expectations of Lakers fans? As the dust settles from this historic trade, one question remains. What does the future hold for both the Lakers and the Mavericks? Luka Doncic and LeBron James could form one of the most formidable duos in NBA history, but will they have enough time to secure a championship before LeBron's retirement? Meanwhile, can Anthony Davis lead the Mavericks to glory alongside Kyrie Irving, or will this gamble backfire on Dallas? The upcoming games between these two teams will offer the first glimpses of how this trade will shape the league. But one thing is certain, the NBA will never be the same after this. The shock, the drama, and the potential for future rivalries make this trade a defining moment in basketball history. So what do you think? Did the Mavericks make the right move? Or will they regret trading away their franchise player? Can Luka Doncic and LeBron James Bring another championship to Los Angeles? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Because one thing is for sure, this story is just getting started. And here's a twist. With the Lakers' cap space flexibility and the Mavericks' aggressive front office, could more blockbuster trades be on the horizon? Will other teams in the Western Conference respond to this seismic shift by making their own big moves? Stay tuned, because the NBA landscape is changing rapidly, and the ripple effects of this trade are far from over. What if I told you that Luka Doncic's trade to the Lakers wasn't just about basketball? What if this blockbuster deal is the tip of the iceberg in a much larger, hidden power struggle within the NBA? While everyone is focused on Luka teaming up with LeBron James, they're missing the real story. The Mavericks didn't just trade a player, they made a statement. And the Lakers? They might be playing a game far bigger than just chasing another ring. This isn't just about trades. It's about control, influence, and the future of the league itself. Stick around, because the rabbit hole goes deeper than you think. Let's start with the Mavericks. On the surface, it looks like they traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis to strengthen their defense and address Luka's conditioning issues. But what if there's more to it? What if the Mavericks were tired of Luka's growing influence off the court? Sources close to the team hinted that Luka was pushing for more control over team decisions, from roster moves to coaching strategies. Mavericks front office didn't just see a superstar, they saw a player trying to run the show, and they weren't having it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Why would the Lakers, a franchise known for protecting its legacy, take on a player with so many reported issues? Simple, because this isn't just about Luka's talent. LeBron James has been grooming his successor, and Luka fits the mold perfectly. But what if LeBron's plan isn't just to win another title? What if he's setting the stage for a post-retirement role as the NBA's ultimate power broker? Bringing Luka into the Lakers' fold could be LeBron's way of ensuring his influence extends beyond his playing days. And then there's the wild card, the NBA itself. This trade could signal a shift in how the league operates behind the scenes. With superstars like Luka moving unexpectedly, it raises questions about who's really pulling the strings. Is this Adam Silver quietly reshaping the league's power dynamics to create new rivalries and boost ratings? Or is there a deeper, more coordinated effort by team owners to control player movements and contract negotiations? But let's not forget the Mavericks side of things. Trading Luka Doncic wasn't just a basketball decision, it was a financial and cultural reset. Luka's looming $345 million Supermax contract was a ticking time bomb for Dallas's salary cap. But what if the Mavericks saw something more troubling? Insiders suggest that Luka's relationship with teammates was strained, with reports of locker room friction and clashes over leadership roles. The Mavericks might have decided that no amount of talent was worth the internal drama. Now pivot to Anthony Davis. Everyone's talking about how he'll fit with Kyrie Irving and the Mavericks system. But here's the twist. What if Davis isn't in Dallas for the long haul? Rumors are swirling that Davis is already eyeing his next move, potentially leveraging his time in Dallas to position himself for another blockbuster deal. Could the Mavericks have been played into facilitating Davis's next big contract? And what does that mean for Kyrie, who's no stranger to being left in the lurch by high-profile teammates? And let's stir the pot a little more. What if Luka's trade was influenced by off-court issues that no one's willing to talk about? Whispers around the league suggest that Luka's partying lifestyle and rumored tensions with coaching staff created a toxic environment in Dallas. Some speculate that the Mavericks saw this as an opportunity to clean house and rebuild their culture from the ground up. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, this trade could be setting the stage for a new era of Lakers dominance or a spectacular failure. Luka Doncic and LeBron James on the same team sounds like a dream, but what if it's a nightmare waiting to happen? Luka's need for the ball and LeBron's leadership style might clash, creating more friction than chemistry. And with LeBron nearing the end of his career, the pressure is on Luka to deliver. But can he handle the bright lights of LA without crumbling under the expectations? As the dust settles on this blockbuster trade, it's clear that the NBA isn't just about what happens on the court anymore. Luka Doncic's move to the Lakers and Anthony Davis's shift to the Mavericks are just pieces in a much larger puzzle of power, influence, and hidden agendas. The real question isn't who won the trade. It's who's playing the game behind the scenes. So what do you think? Is Luka Doncic the Lakers' next great hope? Or just another pawn in a bigger game? Are the Mavericks setting themselves up for future success? Or did they just get hustled? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story is far from over. And here's the final twist. With the NBA's power dynamics shifting, don't be surprised if more shocking moves are on the horizon. The league is changing, and the ripple effects of this trade are just the beginning. Stay tuned because the NBA's drama is only getting started.
The most shocking thing about this trade is a couple things. Number one, you never trade stars for stars. I'm trying to remember, I've been in the NBA for 40 years. Normally when you trade a star, you get a bunch of junk back. This is the first time I can remember where you got two all-NBA players traded for each other. You guys got a great staff there behind the scenes. I don't remember the last time we traded probably never will you trade an all-NBA player for an all-NBA player.
Luka Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, and let's be real, this isn't the Cinderella story fans are hoping for. The Mavericks didn't just give up on their franchise player, they exposed the cracks in Luka's game that no one wants to talk about. Conditioning issues, a locker room tension, and a bloated Supermax contract looming over Dallas's future? It all came to a head, and now Luka's teaming up with LeBron James in a desperate bid to salvage his career. But will it work? Or is this just another chapter in the NBA's never-ending saga of superstar drama? Stick around, because this story is messier than you think. Let's get into the gritty details of this so-called blockbuster trade. Luka Doncic, once hailed as the future of the NBA, is heading to Los Angeles to play second fiddle to LeBron James. In return, the Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick, a package that screams, "We're done with Luka's antics." The Utah Jazz got in on the action too, picking up Jalen Hood-Schifino and a couple of second-rounders from the Clippers and Mavericks. But don't let the headlines fool you. This trade is about more than just roster moves. This didn't come out of nowhere. The Mavericks were fed up. Luka's conditioning had become a joke around the league, his weight ballooning into the high 260s during the season. Add in a string of injuries, calf strains, ankle tweaks, and it's no wonder Dallas was hesitant about locking him into a $345 million Supermax contract. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison didn't mince words. Defense wins championships.
And the players that we're bringing in, we believe exemplify that. And, we think defense wins championships. And we're bringing in one of the best two-way players in the league.
Translation? Luka's lack of defensive effort was dragging the team down, and Anthony Davis's defensive dominance was the antidote they were looking for. Financially, Luka took a massive hit. The trade makes him ineligible for that Supermax deal, costing him a whopping $345 million over 5 years. Sure, he can still sign a hefty contract with the Lakers, but the message is clear. He's not the untouchable superstar everyone thought he was. This move reshapes both teams' salary cap situations, but more importantly, it reshapes Luka's legacy. He went from being the face of the Mavericks to LeBron's sidekick in LA. That's a tough pill to swallow for a player, once compared to Larry Bird. And let's talk about chemistry. Luka and LeBron? Sounds great on paper, but we've seen superstar pairings fail before. Remember when Dwight Howard joined Kobe? Or when Russell Westbrook tried to fit in with LeBron? Superstars don't always mix, and Luka's ball-dominant style might clash with LeBron's leadership. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis reunites with Kyrie Irving in Dallas, a pairing that could either be electric or implode spectacularly. Davis has a win-now mentality, but his injury history is a ticking time bomb. Can he stay healthy long enough to justify this gamble? The reactions across the NBA were explosive. Social media went into meltdown mode. Tyrese Halliburton joked, "Shams got hacked," while Kevin O'Connor speculated, "Luka must have demanded a trade to the Lakers, right?"
My initial reaction was like, oh, Luka must have demanded a trade. He must have asked out to go directly to the Lakers, one of the two teams that has long been rumored as his potential destination if he were to ever leave Dallas. It was always Lakers and Heat.
But here's the kicker. Luka didn't even ask for the trade. The Mavericks wanted out of the Luka business. Brian Windhorst confirmed it, saying, "This was not done because Luka didn't want to be there. The Mavericks made this decision independently."
The focus in the league is the Dallas Mavericks' decision to trade Luka Doncic here. This is basically a rebuke of him. This is them saying that they don't think they can win with him.
That's a damning statement for a player who was supposed to be the franchise cornerstone. And the drama doesn't stop there. The upcoming matchups between the Lakers and Mavericks are going to be must-watch TV. Luka will face his old team on February 26th in Los Angeles, and the rematch in Dallas on April 10th is already being dubbed the Showdown. Expect fireworks, trash talk, and maybe even a scuffle or two. Fans are divided. Some think Luka will thrive in LA, while others believe he's just another superstar who couldn't handle the pressure of carrying a team. But here's where it gets really interesting. This trade isn't just about Luka or AD, it's about the NBA's obsession with quick fixes and superstar shuffling. The Mavericks traded away a 25-year-old MVP caliber player in his prime, and the Lakers mortgaged their future for a partnership that might not even last beyond LeBron's retirement. This is bigger than just one trade. It's a reflection of the league's short-sightedness and the endless cycle of superstar drama. As the dust settles, the NBA landscape looks very different. Luka Doncic is no longer the golden boy of Dallas. He's LeBron's sidekick in LA, trying to prove he can live up to the hype. Anthony Davis is tasked with leading the Mavericks to a championship, but his injury history looms large, and both teams are left wondering, did we make the right move? The upcoming season will answer a lot of questions. Can Luka and LeBron coexist? Or will egos clash and derail the Lakers' championship hopes? Will Anthony Davis stay healthy long enough to justify the Mavericks' gamble? Or will Dallas regret letting go of their franchise player? One thing's for sure, the NBA won't be the same after this. The shockwaves from this trade will ripple through the league for years to come. So what's your take? Did the Mavericks make a bold, necessary move, or did they just commit one of the biggest blunders in NBA history? Can Luka Doncic redeem himself in LA, or will he fade into the background as just another superstar who couldn't carry the weight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is far from over. And here's a final twist. With the Lakers' cap space and the Mavericks' aggressive front office, don't be surprised if more blockbuster moves are on the horizon. The NBA is changing fast, and the ripple effects of this trade are just the beginning. Buckle up, because the drama is only getting started.
I only say scoring is easier in NBA.
So you think it's harder to score 30 points in a EuroLeague game than it is in an NBA game?
Yeah, 100%.
Four seconds, got it from Kleba, again late in the clock, in desperation.
Doncic has the ball, down by 2. There's the switch. Gobert is out there. Doncic maneuvers for the lead. Got it! What a shot!
I don't totally understand. I know they wanted to switch back with McDaniel, but Lively did a great job getting out of there.
But Coach, look at this. He had him on skates from the beginning. My goodness.
I agree.
Dancing with the stars, whatever you want to call it. Rudy Gobert had zero chance in contesting this shot here by Luka.
To be in so many different spots on the floor because of that versatility and impactfulness defensively, that leaves him out of position for rebounds. And so he had a free offensive glass, with Gafford being the anchor of that. Did Luka get the credit?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Boy, it's another Luka D. 3:20 left in the first quarter. Low block situation for Tyus Jones. Jones determined to drive it. Oh, and a swat out of bounds by Luka. Locked down Doncic.
That's what he's telling us.
He didn't give up on that play, though. He stayed in pursuit.
Go quick here. I'd get up and get 2 guys on him right now.
Doncic with the desperation.
The absolute last thing you wanted to do. And again, guys, I've been part of some 4-point play on the other end here. You just had to stay away from Doncic. Wow.
22-19 Dallas, inside 5 to play, first quarter.
You got to be ready to help.
That's to Gafford.
That's why they wanted Gafford. That's the reason that Luka Doncic at a high level. You see, Miles Turner is really like size, little switch that time for the Mavericks, and a tough finish by Mitchell.
Drive by Luka and a fancy finish with a foul.
When in doubt, get the ball to the rim. Get Luka off the bounce against Max Strus. Nobody comes over. Not enough on the challenge. And Luka shows us some more magic.
He's got 4 made threes, so Green is not going to get him any airspace at the three-point line, and his runner is missed.
Good pass.
Over the top, P.J. Washington caught it! At the end of the floor, and then, a big part of the Mavericks' up-tempo this year.
Tend to hurt you.
Luka fouled, and one!
Here's a look at it. There's the reach, and there's Luka's head right up to the basket. Spectacular touch that time.
Oh, another banger for Dallas. It's Lively. Pinpoint accuracy to set it up for the slam. 7-0 run.
Or pressure their coach into it even when they know they're wrong. It's Doncic leads in and finishes.
We already saw what he just did to Drew Holiday, walking him down. This is even more of a mismatch. I understand that, you're going to live with him beating you by 2.
Luka, tough defense by Olynyk, really crowded him after he picked up the dribble. Found an outlet in Washington. Back to Doncic. Fade away. Oh my goodness! Blow out the candles. The foul as well.
The special thing about that, he knew exactly where the clock was.
Defensive board slap away by Green. Doncic is running. Right down the middle for Doncic. Lob and slam! Gliding through the air, it's Jones. early on. It's been the Derrick Jones Jr. show for the Mavs.
That was some good one-on-one defense right there,
And a good pass. Green soaring and scoring. And another QB1 pass from Luka.
To the pass over the top. Josh Green knows to do with it. Throw it down.
You got both Irving and Doncic off the ball on the opening possession. And again, Harris will chase Luka. Nice pass inside to Lively.
Hey, that's a part of his game. He doesn't get enough credit. And the step back, range is not a factor. And then he'll make the pass.
Brown gets inside, layup short. Rebound Doncic looking to push. Alley-oop to Gafford. Oh, perfect connection.
Luka is pushing the basketball. Watch how fast he's going. This is a noticeable difference from earlier in this series, and now the 5th alley-oop in this series for the Dallas Mavericks.
Let's just say the margin stays this way. From a player perspective,
Something positive to build on is very much needed right now. And Luka tosses in a shot and draws the foul.
Create a little bit of contact.
And then Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams also out.
The 3 of your main guys out, it's tough.
Looking off the defense, Luka to Gafford, and patiently waits for his opportunity to force his way up through the defense and score.
Lively, 15 points in the first half. It's not what I would expect, coming into this.
Well, it worked out nicely for Dallas. And here's a deep paint catch for Lively.
Take off and get the rebound, but recognition on the trap here. Can't leave the basket open.
It happens even to great shooters sometimes.
Was drifting almost out of bounds on that shot. Now Trace Jackson-Davis up in the air, and the ball down in the hoop, and a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way by the league's #1 scorer.
Pump fake off the step back, right through contact. And if you don't follow him hard enough, Luka magic will happen to you.
Doesn't look like he jumped on that. Straight
Just
up.
an itty-bitty bit off the floor, maybe.
I don't think he jumped.
Here's Sohan leading his feet, and he was at the mercy of the offense and at the mercy of the #1 scorer in the NBA, averaging over 34, already has 5, shooting a free throw for 6.
Oh, the thing with Luka is, one, he's skilled, very skilled as a player.
Irving up to 22 points, working with Doncic here. Doncic, step back 3, you bet!
And Luka getting to his left, that step back, the amount of distance that he gets away from the defender is remarkable. And he's just kind of laughing and joking.
Doncic's defense here in the first quarter. The spin, the layup, banks it in. 10 straight points by the Mavericks.
Well, again, this was off the steal. True Holiday spin cycle. He just is so good at using his body, his strength, his footwork.
One of those physical players that plays in the backcourt.
Here's Luka loving, and Gafford crams another one home.
He gets a step here on that high screen, holds it out there. Touch pass right on the money.
He didn't do as much last year. He was reluctant to shoot that mid-range, doing a much better
job. Wow. To Gafford.
I was going to make this point earlier.
Bonus to go to the free throw line. He was fouled by Irving.
You see that? Just a beautiful decision there by Luka.